Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Amawan Mukar coming at you with another lesson. But first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Mukar, Hakwadash. Double honors goes out to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the elect. So I want to jump right in. And I'm going to do a little lesson about the elders, man. Alright? Not about them personally, but about, the men that are over us. Especially our elders of Great Millstone and, our apostles, I should say, first and foremost. Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlab, Apostle Rakar, These are top men, man. They're great men in our eyes. They might not be great men to them other scoffers and scorners out there, but to us, they're great men, man. Why? Because they lead. They're the true leaders, man, and the true teachers, and they've taught well, and they've laboured. They haven't given up the fight, man. Right? They continue to labour, and I believe, like many of us do, believe that they are of the elect, and they are going to labour until the end, man. All right, it's all right to say that. What other established so-called religion out there can look to their so-called religious leaders and say, yeah, we really believe in these men? Or even, because a lot of them have got women leaders out there, man. In a lot of these churches, you've got women pastors out there, man. We don't have any women in the flock, man, because that's against the scriptures, man. We are led by men. All right, so enough talking. Let's read this. So this is 1 Timothy 5:17. It says, "Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor," which is why we say that at the beginning, because they're worthy of the double honors, man. Right, especially they who labour in the word and doctrine. Right, you got other camps out there. I'm not going to mention the names of leaders who don't labour like our leaders, man. They're not out there in the highways and the byways through all seasons, rain, sleet, and snow, even when they're sick. A lot of them come out in the summertime. A lot of them don't even come out at all anymore. But there we have these men, and it's not just about the apostles. Of course, we have other elders as well, man, that are great examples. I don't want to name them, because if I name one, then I'd have to name them all. But we have them, man. It says, "For the scripture said, verse 18, Thou shalt not muzzle the ox that treadeth out the corn, and the labourer is worthy of his reward." And they are labourers, man. They've been labouring over 30 years, right? Well over. I'm not even sure how long now. Maybe even 40 years now, right? So they're worthy of the reward, man. Look, I'm saying that as a mortal, as a servant, man. But in my eyes, and in a lot of other men's eyes, they are worthy of the reward, man. But that's up to Yahweh Bashem El Shai, of course. All right. So these are men that, I wouldn't want to be. I'd be, nervous in their presence, man. If I was to ever be around them, man, right? And this is talking, and like I said, I'm not just talking about the elders, the apostles. I'm talking about elders across the camps, man. There's great leaders out there. All right. In all the nations, in all the countries where GMS is teaching the true doctrine, they are great leaders, man. All right, and it's good to remember that this is about having respect for your elders, man, for your leaders, right? I think I might even call this lesson "Respect Your Elders," man. Right, respect them. We're not on par with certain, we're not on par with certain men. All right, it's as simple as that. We are not on their level. whether it be the length of time they be in the truth, the knowledge that they hold, and the position that they hold. Of course, we're not on their levels, man. So that has to be remembered. You know, you must always keep that in mind, man. Alright, this thing is not just about the truth, but it's also about having an order. Things are done in an orderly fashion, man. Right? That's why the scriptures say that all things must be done in decency and in order, man. This is about order, and there is an hierarchy, and it should be respected, man. This is let me get okay, 1 second, let me get a Hebrews. So Hebrews 5:12 says, "For when the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat." Because a lot of guys, right, have come into this thing, and after a period of time, it's like they forget who brought them up in this thing, man. All of a sudden, they're not even giving double honors to the apostles in their videos and when they're out on the streets, man. You know, so they just say, "Yeah, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yeshua," and that's it. You know, forgetting about the men that taught them the milk in order for them to understand the meat, man. Right? You know, that's why the Lord has set it up this way, that we have these men to teach us, man. Nobody can say that they come into this truth and were self-taught, because if they say that, they're a liar. All right, the scripture says against that. It says, verse 13 says, "For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil." So it says, "But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age," and that can come with worldly age and spiritual age, man. You know how much you know through the Spirit, how much you and how long you've been in the truth as well. All right. So yeah, we need these men, man. We need these great men above us to to show us the way, man. Basically, let's get something in the Apocrypha real quick. Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 32 and 9 roundabouts. Hold on. Let's just stop from there. In fact, I'm going to start this from Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 32 and 7. It says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, yet scarcely when thou art twice asked." So, when you're around these men as well, man, whether you ever have the privilege to be around the apostles or you're around the elders, whether it's in your own camp or other camps, man, all that babbling and all that, trying to, show them how smart you are and all that, how wise you are in the scriptures and all that, man. So sometimes it's just good to be around these men and keep your mouth shut. All right. Don't become too familiar. Like, there's a saying in the world that familiarity breeds contempt. All right. It's like, basically, know your place, man. All right. I know for a fact that if I'm around certain men, elders, I feel nervous, man. I feel nervous, and that's not to say that these men are purposely making you feel that way. That's just the way you can feel. And not most of the time, all the time I've been around these men, they still make you feel comfortable. But don't let that get to your head, man. Now remember the order of things, man. Right? It says, let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue. Because the scriptures say that even a fool is counted wise when he holds his tongue. I'm paraphrasing that, by the way. But even a foolish man can look wise when he keeps his mouth shut. Because you open your mouth and you can, at the wrong time and say the wrong thing, you can come off stupid, man, unwise, foolish. Verse 9 says, if thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them, and when ancient men are in place, use not many words. And that says it all, man. You're not equal with these men. That's why it's, certain men might, an elder said this the other day, I can't remember who it was now. But he said in a video, certain men, when he's around certain men, he don't have certain discussions and jokes with them because their spirit can come off as being a bit too proud. So once you start getting around these men and start talking to them like they're on your level, right, they start to act more prideful, and then that familiarity comes in, man. Alright, so like it to the elder, man, for not remembering the name, but anyway, the point was made. So yeah, man, it's like that. Understand your rank and your role, and have that respect. Right? Remember, you're not one of them guys, man. All right, that's not your level. All right, staying in Sirach, chapter 7. And 14. No. In fact, yes, I will eat that. Select, excuse me. Just getting over a little light affliction, It says Sirach 7:14 says, use not many words in a multitude of elders, and make not much babbling when thou prayest. Right? Jumping down to 29 says, fear the Lord with all thy soul, and reverence his priests. Right? Love him that made thee with all thy strength, and forsake not his ministers. Fear the Lord and honour the priest. Give him his portion, as it is commanded thee, the first fruits and the trespass offering, a gift of the shoulders, and the sacrifice of sanctification, and the first fruits of the holy things. Because really and truly, we're supposed to be given our tithes, man. It doesn't always happen, and the elders aren't out there hammering it into camps to make sure you pay your tithes, because they're not about that, man. That's why they're honourable men. They're not in it for the lucre. I'm not going to say filthy lucre, because if we contribute to them, it's not filthy lucre by any means, man. So they're not in it for the money, But as the young'uns, we should be doing that, man. And we probably don't do it as much as we should. Some of us, anyway. I'm speaking for myself Really, I shouldn't really be speaking for anybody else regarding that. So yeah, man, that's really it. Let me get one more. I don't think I got it. Let me just yeah, so Hebrews 13 and 17. I'll finish on this one, man. It says, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls. So all that, if you got righteous men over you, which I believe I have. I'm speaking for myself. If you have righteous men over you, right, you're supposed to trust them, and so you submit to them, meaning that you let them rule over you, man. You can come into this thing and be older than men that are above you. If you can, and that can happen in the world, man. At your job, at your plantation. So if you can accept that there, then you should be able to accept that easily in this truth, man. Because it's not about you. It's about that brotherhood. It's about the truth, man. The unity of the camp, and the functionality. All right. And I say it's not about you. Of course, it's about you, because we have to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling, of course. So at the end of the day, no man can save you, but they're there, as it says, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. All right. So the men that are over you, if they're righteous men, listen to them, man. Take heed of their counsel. All right. Remember the order, and don't let that familiarity enter into you, man. Now know your place. They respect your elders, man. So with that, I'm going to say give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, who are worthy and rule well and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect, man. Shalom.